What's happening, you guys? Today I'm going to hit up a coin called Experience Points. I got a request on, I think it was after my first YouTube video, maybe my second, and somebody made a comment in my video and asked, can I review this particular coin? So, and in advance, most of the coins I've been reviewing, I've had kind of positive reviews because I've liked the coins. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. My advice could be right, it could be wrong. I want to be the stepping stone YouTuber on crypto, so to speak. I don't want to be the end all be all, the guy who goes through all the details and spends 40 minutes telling you everything about the coin. I just want to be the guy who maybe gives a short introduction. You go do more research. You find other experts out there that are way more detailed than I'll ever be, and go from there. So with that being said, let's go ahead and hop on into experience points. Total supply, it's huge. I think you'll understand as we review the coin a little bit more why it is as large as it is from a total supply standpoint. Currently, it's trading for less than a penny. It had a huge spike here in the beginning of January, and it's tanked. Granted, the whole entire market has tanked in general, guys, so that could be something there. It's on the second page, and if you look at the markets that it trades under, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 different exchanges currently that's on. The volume is extremely low, except for the last 24 hours. That's all. Yeah, so the volume's fairly low. Not that big of a coin, but then again, it doesn't have a ton of traction yet. Let's go hop over here to the website. Before we hop into that, I'm just gonna hop in the social, explain where they stand socially, and then I'll close these tabs. Again, my computer, if you've seen some of my other videos, for some reason my computer is kind of choppy when I float through too many things like loading pages. So I'm opening up tabs, closing tabs to kind of fix the resources in the background. Their Twitter page, about almost 16,000 followers. Not great, not bad. It is what it is. Their Reddit page, about 1,300 subscribers. That's pretty low. I'd like to see a lot more, but yeah, that's pretty low. I'm not gonna sugarcoat that here. Okay, so XP, experience points. Let's just kind of do a quick overview of what they're trying to accomplish. Basically, they talked about, like, in a video game, I think it's under this tab, one of these tabs over here. So basically, in a video game, when you play the video games, you get experience points, and then you level up. They basically want to take life and give you experience points, XP. So you earn XP through video games, activities, sports, education, conservation, and then spend at participating vendors either online, in-game, or on the high street. I assume high street means like real life. I don't know, I've never heard that term before. But essentially, they are trying to make life and what you do, you get rewarded for doing what you're already doing. Which, the concept's actually kind of cool if you think about it from that standpoint. I don't think that the coin itself then in theory would ever get high valued, only because of the fact that there's so many in supply, the circulation's crazy, the total supply is crazy, there's going to be a lot in circulation, and because you're doing so many things anyways, and video games is such a huge market. I mean, you tie all these things together, there's just a lot of moving supply. So I don't know, again, not a financial advisor, I don't know how that's going to affect the price of things. I would imagine it would keep it fairly low. I can't see this coin going through the roof from that standpoint. As shown before, 4 different current exchanges that they are being traded on. None of these exchanges are over the top amazing in my opinion. Ways that we're working to enable, again, it goes into video games. Purchase video games with XP, included to earn XP by unlocking achievements, completing levels, finishing games, much like cashback. And let me pause there for a second. I don't know how they're going to do this exactly. I don't know how they're going to tie it into that. I think the idea is really cool. In fact, a friend of mine and we joked a couple years back before we ever even touched cryptocurrency. We were big into Steam. not the Steam It platform, but Steam, the gaming gaming platform. And we joked like, yeah, we need to take an idea to Steam and like have them create like an in Steam currency, and the more you play, you know, on their platform, you get points, and then you can buy video games because you're spending time, etc. That's kind of this concept. School and education, they want to tie it into basically life. Going to school, going to college, getting good grades, somehow you get rewarded. Sports, same exact thing, being active, movement, and then I guess also conversation, becoming a model citizen to receive XP. Don't know how that's really going to play out, but that's what they talk about in there. So it's funny, on the front page and other pages, they talk about life in general, how you want to get rewarded, but then they kind of hone in on bridging the gap between cryptocurrency, 3 to 5 million users, and the 1.2 billion gamers worldwide. And it's all a proof of stake reward system, and I'll go in that in a second. I don't think... Yeah, this basically this particular page here, which is their about page, just kind of reiterates, and it mostly is focusing around gaming rather than regular life. I don't know why they took that route. I would have thought it would have been a little bit more tied into repeating the same thing, but they stuck to video gaming. Their team. They have a lot. Let's see, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 8. So almost 31 people tied into it. Now you have, if you look at this, social media. I mean, like big deal. You got a social media assistant on Telegram and Discord. Okay, you have technical specialists. I mean, they don't. Maybe I'm being harsh, but as you see every video I do, I always go into the importance for me personally, the team be very readily available as far as their information being seen. That's kind of one of the issues I had with Rayblox. I kind of bashed them a little bit on that because I was like, like the team members, they're there, but it's hard to find information, and there's very little information. But the technology seems to be working, so I can only argue so much. But I'm like, I want to know. Like, I can't click on this guy. There's nothing to find out other than he's the CEO and COO. I don't know who this guy is. I don't know who this guy is. I don't know any of these people. And they even talk about, I think in the white paper, like the anonymity part of things. I get it to a certain extent, but if I'm going to start throwing a lot of money and backing to some of these tokens and coins, I kind of want to know who's involved. I just don't know these people. I really don't feel like it's worth it to have to run around. Any of us to have to run around and figure out really who's behind the project. Again, maybe there's a lot more out there on the internet that goes into who these people are, what they're doing, how they've been tied into crypto, how they've been tied into past, real world business experiences. This is just me personally. I like to have it upfront and transparent, even though the crypto world is very kind of, they don't like that as much. They like to be a little bit hidden. If I'm going to throw money at something, I don't like things to be hidden as much. Just me, my personal opinion. Okay, so this was kind of interesting to me. Their node concept is crazy to me. Usually I find that you have like the proof of stake, like the nodes, people with their wallets, they're holding on, and then maybe they'll have like I know Zencash has like a secure node, where Dash has a master node. They call it different things, etc. But usually I've only found like 2 nodes. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different nodes. Literally 7 different nodes. I guess it all ties into the foundation node. It flows down into your dev node, I guess, would be the developers. The sales node would be essentially the marketplace, and they even kind of have like a flow here. Let's see, the Geno nodes. I'd have to double check and go. Okay, so the ideas behind the Geno nodes would Geo node, not Geno, Geo nodes. Concerts, monuments, schools, museums, parks, gyms, and events. Let's see. Advertising can be used to advertise local features directly to the XP mobile wallet, altering them to locations to spend their XP nearby and online. It rotates over to these sales nodes where merchants of any type can use the XP as incentives for purchases. So, I mean, it's a cool concept, actually. I'm not dogging the concept, but, well, I'm digressing. I'll keep going. So, if you purchase something, you can also receive reward points, XP points. It's the same concept as if you're swiping your credit card and you get points back. Let's see. So it flows through here, sales. Also, the developers tie into the sales node. And over here, you have a regular node. So these regular nodes, I would imagine, would be like you and me, opening up, says target market end user, so having your wallet open. A master node would be the investor type, one above that. And then you have another investor type, which is called a super node, which would have like 1 billion. You'd have to literally stake 1 billion coins. But as far as I know, there's an annual burn of 1 billion at the same time. So the total supply, I think it's infinite, actually, even though it says like there's a capped number. I think, let's see, 100% burn of the purchase. Yeah. So I could be wrong about that. And then the foundation mother node just receives a percentage of all the staking rewards, and I guess helps like have everything running. So it's an interesting concept of how they broke that down, because they're trying to make like an ecosystem of nodes, and everything's proof of stake. So you're getting rewarded, you're giving rewards out, it's growing, and you're just like kind of passing it around, constantly passing it around. Yeah, I mean it's a cool concept. It's a cool concept. Let's move on. Roadmap. I was disappointed in the roadmap. It was nothing special. You had the faucet. That's kind of, I almost consider that kind of old school now. Like the faucets to me, when I saw it, I was like, faucet. Like that's kind of back in the day, but they have a faucet. This was their recap of Q4, their ecosystem map. So I'm assuming that was what we just went through, which is that, myriad of nodes. Non-technical white paper, web wallet, webinar, QT core. They had a hard fork, and I'm assuming this is the new website. I don't know what the website looked like prior to this. So first quarter of 2018, support help desk. I mean, I guess I'm assuming they would need a help desk if a lot of people are using it. So I guess that's needed right now. Global onboarding, have the economy and more people start to use. Basically, they're trying to broaden the use of it. They're coming out with their green paper, dealing with technical aspects of the pentanode system, which I don't even know what that is. I couldn't really find that anywhere. I'm sure it's somewhere in there, maybe in the white paper, but in fact, I think I did actually see it now. So maybe I'm lying to you. And then XP Game of Chance, which, okay. Market expansion, so again, they're trying to roll it out to other places, several months to complete. Indie development portal, so they go down, and then they're going to revise their white paper, which I don't really know why. Maybe they're just, okay, details, the findings, adjust various nodes, cost, technical details moving forward. So that's the first quarter roadmap. To me, For me personally, if I were to see, or not see, but if I really want to throw some money at this, I would really want them to start showing like, hey, this business is now using XP points, and here's what the customers are saying, and here's what they're getting back, and we're taking to this country and this state and this XYZ. So again, that's me. Here's the white paper. I'm just gonna go through. So YXP, same thing. They kind of go through the same thing over and over and over again. They talk about the gaming, tourism, entertainment, and how like it will tie back into how big the industries are, how it will tie into the XP, the concept, proof of stake cryptocurrency, for a much broader audience rather than the proof of work. And they explain how the proof of work is, taking up, unnecessary, power, stuff like that, costs, etc. Let's go down here to issues can effectively manage the introduction of the pentanode. Rather than relying on simple staking for the security of the network, XP will rely on 5 different types of specialized nodes to provide network security, verification, and transactions. In addition to receiving various annual returns, the nodes will also send a percentage of their stake rewards back to the XP Foundation, the mother node at the top there, to be used to grow the network or to be burnt in a transparent and audible fashion. Let's see, proposed to have been input into the official. Okay, so, and then they break it down, the master nodes, what it is, the super node, the sales node. So basically this is a breakdown of what we just looked at with that, that little graph, that chart over there that we looked at. So I'll read the conclusion just since it's there. This is just the beginning of what XP can accomplish. 2018 is to be the year of capacity building and ecosystem growth. The XP team looks forward to the continued support of the XP community as we work to make XP world's premier experience-based currency in gaming, sports, academics, and every other area of your life. My 2 cents on it. I probably wouldn't throw a ton of money at it right now. This is me personally. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm sure there's going to be an XP fanboy or dev team or somebody coming in here and be like, whoa, why are you giving me kind of a negative downward review? I look at so many other, the concept's really cool. I've said that a million times in the video. The concept is really cool. I don't know if I could see that the price of the coin going through the roof, and I know a lot of people aren't getting in right now to use cryptocurrency. They're getting in to make money like the stock market. You get it low, you sell it high, you take your profits, and you keep, so until we as the world starts to change and change that mentality of how they're using crypto, I don't know if this is going to make sense. I think it's really cool to always have the reward system. I know credit cards are already doing it, so why not have it in a crypto space? So from that standpoint, it could be really cool. I definitely believe that reward systems make sense and work. So I'm going to give it a positive on the reward system concept. I think that's awesome. I think businesses and people don't have a lot of downside to running a proof of stake thing because it's just kind of like running in the background and, oh, I'm giving something out. Somebody might come to my store because, hey, I put like a little XP sticker on the side, and so that's like an incentive for them to come in and be like, hey, I want to go there because every time I buy a pair of shoes or clothes or whatever product they're selling, I get something in return. Plus, maybe they get something in return from the credit card, so it's like a double whammy reward system. So that's cool to me. I think that's really cool, and it's just a function of just racking it up and, on a rainy day, use them for something you want. Awesome. That's whatever. I personally am going to give this concept more time before I throw like a ton of money at it, just because I think there are other projects out there that are very secure. They have great dev teams. They have great vision, great roadmap. I just feel like it's premature at this point. Concept's cool. I wish there was more information about the dev team. One bonus, and I forgot to throw on here. Let's see. Well, anyways, I won't pull it up because it's gonna kill my stream, my video right now. But one of the bonuses I was gonna throw up here. No, that's not gonna pull up here. The traffic to their website has literally skyrocketed. Like, we're talking like from barely anything to 1.5 million in the last 30 days. So it's getting a ton of exposure, but I think that's also because it hopped to, I don't know if it ever hopped to the first page of CoinMarketCap, but at least it's on the second page of CoinMarketCap right now. So I think that's given it, that exposure has done well. Yeah, at the end of the day, I'm going to say, for me personally, I'm going to wait. I'm going to keep looking at it. I prefer more transparency in their team. I like the concept. I just don't see the coin growing extremely high in value from dollar amount. But hey, I want to hear comments back on this particular review and coin because I know this is one of my first ones that I've kind of given a negative route for. I did a little bit of that on Siacoin, Siacoin, however you want to pronounce it. And I wasn't like necessarily negative about it, but this one's more negative than that one. And I want to see like what the feedback is like for a kind of a more negative review. Again, concept's cool. I just need more for me personally. So give me a thumbs up if you liked it. Give me a thumbs down if you're like, no, you're totally wrong. And let me tell you why. And I'd love to hear it. And just put it in my comments below and let me know where I messed up. Thanks, guys. Bye.